All right, we are going to go through the second quiz, which is the cheapest link project. So here I am at my Google Doc, and yours is an email, but it's basically the same thing. So get a copy of the cheapest link project paper. There we go. And we're going to click on this spreadsheet, make a copy for yourself. And then there are some instructions that will follow once we're in there. So let's go ahead and click on that and make a copy for ourselves. Yeah, I'll make a copy. Sounds good. I don't know why I'm making a copy. I have the original, but whatever. Okay, so there are instructions in here, and here's what's going to happen. We're going to take the stuff that is on this. Let me slide that over. We're going to take the stuff that is on this spreadsheet, and it's going to translate into what's on our paper. That way, every one of you has a different quiz, basically. So we're going to highlight the yellow cells, A3 through A30, and then right-click. Now on a Google on Chrome, you'll have to click with 2 fingers on your mouse pad to do the right click. And then we're going to choose view more cell options and then randomize the range. That's going to take all the stuff right here that I'm highlighting, just these cells, A3 through A30, and it's going to randomize them. And we're going to write that list on the paper. By the way, when you do that, these numbers over here on the second column, the B column, they are going to change anyway. So they're randomly generated and they're going to change, but they are going to be from smallest to greatest. They'll be in ascending order. So let's go ahead and do that. We have highlighted from A3 to A30, just those. And I'm going to right click, and where it says view more cell actions, it says cell actions. On here I have cell options, but it's the same idea. Randomize range, and there we go. It changed the order of them. It also changed these numbers here, which is totally okay. And so for the next minute or so, it's going to be kind of boring. You may want to skip through the next minute as I take what I see on my screen and write it on my paper. And I'm about to go through this exact same thing with you. So BG, BH, AE, GH. Told you it was going to be boring. I'm reading through these things right here. BD, AH. That was a joke. CD. Please be careful that you copy them correctly. One thing copied wrong changes everything. If you're still watching the video, you're seeing a very concerned look on my face. I'm just copying. This would be a good opportunity for you to go ahead and at least shuffle them up. In just a minute, I'm going to switch to the paper, and you'll see what I'm doing, which basically I'm just writing them down. Oops, I wrote one number wrong. Got to start all over. Kidding. I'll just grab the white out. So again, during this boring time where if you're not skipping through it, but you're watching me look really worried while I'm writing on paper, and there's really not much for you to do, you may want to go ahead and open up the sheet and sort them, randomly sort them. Okay, got it. Here we go. Let's continue. At this point, we have this. Let me move the mouse out of the way. So I have just copied all this in my best handwriting. Isn't that lovely? And we have never done one this big, but that is okay. So we always, I'll grab my yellow highlighter. We always use the first two. So here's what's about to happen. Based on what I have, what you have is going to be different. And by the way, you should put your name up there. Please don't turn it in without a name. You may get claimed by someone that it doesn't belong to. You will always use the first two. So here's the deal. We're going to use these in the order that they appear if we can. And you'll always be able to use the first two because, worst case scenario, not that it's bad, but worst case scenario, you would go ahead and use the letter up in the first two. And we actually do. So let me show you. BG and BH will be used. So we will use BG and BH. Okay, and automatically from the beginning, on mine, if you're watching this for an example, here, heed my warning. On mine, I have used up B. So if you've used a letter, a vertex, twice already, you've already gone and left from there. So like H to B to G. I've already gone and left from B. That's not going to happen again. So I can go through here and mark out every B that I see. So I'm going to do that. I don't need this one. 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 And I think that's it. Okay, let's keep going. Can I connect A and E? And yes, I can. I can totally connect them, and I'm going to. It's going to cut through the middle here, which will be a little bit awkward, but that's okay. And I can connect them because I'm not overusing a variable or overusing a vertex. And I also am not blocking myself off from beginning and ending a circuit too quickly. In other words, if this would have been GH, you have a triangle and that's it. That blocks you off. So AE was in. AE is good. Okay. Can I use GH? Oh, there's GH. There's the infamous GH I was just talking about. No, I can't use it. And I know you're like, oh, but I haven't used H twice and I haven't used G twice. I hear you, but then you will have a triangle. When I don't want a triangle, I want to connect all 8 of them. So actually, strange as it is, GH is out. Okay, AH. Can I connect A and H? Yeah, I can, and I'm going to. AH. Now, when you do that, you need to let us know that you've done it by highlighting it or drawing an arrow at it or something so it doesn't get all cluttered with everything else that you're doing. Okay, CD. Can I connect C and D? I believe I can do that. CD, yes. So that one's in. The more vertices you have, the more fun it is. See, isn't this fun? DF. Can I connect D and F? I believe I can. And again, I can because I'm not connecting a vertex more than twice. I just blocked off D for future purposes. Actually, same with H and A. And I'll get to that in a second. But I also didn't create a triangle or a quadrilateral or a pentagon or something like that when I really need to connect all 8. All right. So let's just take a moment and stop and deal with some things that we need to deal with. I'll never use A again. No more A's. Because I've used it up already. And I used it up because I have already come to A and left A, so I don't need to make that visit again. Same with H. So H is out. And there we go. EH. CH. Okay, no more H's. I hope I didn't overlook anything. Things are getting a little bit cluttered at this point. That's okay. We'll keep going. The next one is CF. If I connected C and F, I'd have a triangle. I don't want a triangle. Haha, CF, you're no good to me. DG. Can I connect D and G? I cannot. Oh, that's right, because I'm glad I did this. I cannot use D again. I need to go through here and mark out my D's. No more D's. There we go. All right. CG. I believe I can connect C and G. That's this one that I'm pointing to with my finger. There we go. And now there's just a few things left to connect. I have used up G. I have used up C. And if you want to, you could go ahead and, mark them out. Feel free. No more G. No more G. No more C. And there's really only one option left, and it's this guy right here. It's EF. And you could probably tell that from the picture, because if I was going to begin and end in the same place, the only other connection to make is this. So EF, and let's not forget to connect it. Now, I do want to point out something here. You might be looking at it and saying, oh, look, there's a triangle, and that's fantastic, but I'm not connecting three vertices. There's a little triangle formed here, but that doesn't mean that I have a vertex here at this intersection, okay? There's a big difference. So I need to make sure that I have connected all 8 of them, and I highlighted the appropriate ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, okay? I have highlighted 8 segments, which is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I can trace this, and it says at the bottom, what is the circuit that begins and ends at A? So let's just start at A, and we're going to go from there. So A, and then from A, I need to figure out a path that will take me back to A. And when I say path, I really mean circuit. Circuit begins and ends in the same letter. So A, and then you have a couple options. I'm going to go E. So A, E, F, D, C, G, B, H, A. Okay, cool. A, E, F, D, C, G, B, H, A. So you're probably thinking, well, if everybody's is different, how's he going to grade it? I'll tell you exactly how I'm going to grade it. I'm gonna look through here and make sure you don't have more than 2 vertices connected, or that you didn't block yourself off with like a triangle or a quadrilateral, and that all 8 of them are truly connected, and that what you have down here matches what you have here. But I'm also going to glance through here and make sure that you didn't mark out an inappropriate one at the wrong time. So that'll be how I grade it. Now, I'm not quite done, actually. I need to add these together. So let's do that very quickly. And I don't know what this represents. Length, I guess. Length in inches, miles, whatever. 2.8, 3.2, 4.6, 8, 8.8, 10.4. Whoa, 10.4. There we go. 14.7 and 26.6. And I have 79.1. By the way, this is not the only method for finding a cheap route. This is not a guaranteed cheapest route. The only way to guarantee that we found the cheapest route is to use the brute force method. But the brute force method with 8 vertices would take us a long, long, long time, and literally has thousands of options to explore. Let's not do it. All right, there we go. There's your example.